Hello and welcome to another Facebook Live. It's Wednesday, it's 8 o'clock over here in Spain, and that means Lynn and I are going to help you with your English. If you're watching for the first time, my name's Craig. I'm from a website called mansioningles.com, where we have free material for you to improve your English, and also the podcast inglespodcast.com, which is also free, and you can listen to that on inglespodcast.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And with me today, I'm happy to say hi to Lynn. Hello, Lynn.
Hi, Craig. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to see you.
You have to show off your T-shirt because you've got Ingles.podcast.
Well, I can't because at the moment we're looking at putitlikethis.com.
Ah, we're
so
looking
the
at my
T-shirt's
website.
hidden. What is putitlikethis.com?
All right, thank you. Well, putitlikethis.com is my business, and I'm an online teacher. Putitlikethis.com, you'll find my website if you're interested, and it explains what kind of courses I offer. But basically, I do tailor-made courses. So if you have an objective, a specific objective you want to achieve in English, then you can get in touch with me, and then I create a course to help you reach that objective. Okay.
Fantastic. So today, people are going to be joining us live, but if you're watching the replay, wherever you are in the world, welcome. We're going to be talking about song lyrics that we love. And don't worry, we're not going to sing. I'm not going to sing. I don't know if Lynn's going to sing.
No, I'm not going to sing. Not
So
without
keep
the
watching.
music. No, apparently we can't have the music. So that's one of the, because of copyright issues and things. But we will give you YouTube links so that you can listen to the music. And I don't sing without the music because my voice is not good enough.
And my voice is absolutely terrible. You do not want to hear me singing, but we will be putting the lyrics and the links to the songs in the chat. So while you're watching, if you want to go over, listen to the song, read the lyrics and sing wherever you are, then be my guest. People are joining. Hi, Gemma. Good to see you again. Christine's here. Hello.
Hello.
Stella from Argentina. And
Hi,
Heidi.
Stella.
Hello again from Buenos Aires.
Again. And
where
Francisca from Mallorca. That's great, Mallorca. And Selenia from Guatemala. Lovely. So we got a nice mix today we've got South America, we've got Spain, we've got the islands.
Yep.
Sounds nice.
It's all good.
Now, we also have to say today that lots of times when you come on the classes, you learn something from us that's really useful for your English. So it will help you when you go traveling, or it helps you with an exam, or it helps you, I don't know, speak English, job interviews. But today we thought we're just going to talk about what we love about lyrics, because lyrics are lovely uses of the English language. So if you love the English language, usually you fall in love with lyrics. And I love lyrics. Do you, Craig?
I do. And I must admit that music does not mean as much to me as it used to. I don't listen to as much music as I did when I was younger, and I feel bad about that. But there are songs that have stayed with me during my life, partly because of the song, the rhythm of the song. We'll talk about that in a second. But also because of the lyrics, because the words are very meaningful, and I connect the song with particular stages in my life and people I've known during my life, because I think songs are very powerful for bringing back memories. But maybe that takes us to the first questions.
Well, the first question was, do you always listen to the lyrics or songs or just the rhythm? Now, I think I agree with you. I think that sometimes songs, you associate songs with certain periods of your life, or certain people. Or certain experiences that you have. But I also, for me, I realized when I was preparing this class with you, and I was looking for lyrics that I love, I realized that I treat lyrics and songs like movies and books. Because sometimes with the lyrics, I kind of I let my imagination go into the lyrics, and it's kind of like I'm in the story and I'm the protagonist. So I
do you sing
actually,
along? Do you imagine you're actually singing the song and performing?
not really, but I imagine that all of this is about me. And so I do listen to lyrics of songs, but there are songs sometimes where it's the rhythm that attracts you first, and then you want to find out about the lyrics.
Yeah.
And sometimes the lyrics are very clear and you kind of get hooked on the song because of the words, and then you get the rhythm afterwards. So it just depends on the song, I think. Mm-hmm.
But
What about you?
if you're watching live, what do you do? If you like a song, if it's in English, for example, or in your language, do you go then and look up the lyrics? Do you find out what they're singing about? If you have a feeling that the song is meaningful and there's a message in the song, do you go and check it? I do. If a song hooks me, to hook, if you're a Spanish speaker, is enganchar. If I get hooked on a song, that's a phrasal verb, to be hooked on something, then I often go and look at the lyrics and find out what the person's singing about and what the message is, because it's not always very easy to understand when someone's singing and to hear what the words are, is it? It's not very clear
No, well, it
sometimes.
depends on the song.
On
There
the
are
and the
and also
singer.
on the singer, because there are some singers who sing really clearly and you understand the words, and then there are other songs. Even though I'm a native speaker, sometimes I think, what did they say?
What did they
What
say?
did they say? And then if you really are interested, you have to end up going on. Well, years ago, I used to buy the CDs and I used to be reading the small print in the CDs. But nowadays, because we've got internet, you can find out really quickly what the lyrics are of a song. Stella's saying she loves ABBA. Thanks for the music. And Rod Stewart, Sailing. Yes, they were very good songs too. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Rod Stewart. I like Rod Stewart too. Shall we get to the first one?
Okay, who's first?
You're first with...
Oh, I'm first. Right. So here we are. So this is me pretending that songs are about me. It's about me being the character in a novel or the character in a movie, you know, when you identify yourself for a moment with this person. And Nora Jones is a jazz singer. And I don't know if you know Nora Jones, but she's got this little, if not, you can maybe... don't know why. That's right. So Craig now in the chat, he's putting up the lyrics that I'm going to explain. This is a small extract from Nora Jones' song, Don't Know Why. So it's only 4 lines. So she says, when I saw the break of day, I wished that I could fly away instead of kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand. Now, if you've heard me say the 4 lines, you can see immediately that the lines rhyme. So the sounds of the last words are similar. So I'll say it again. When I saw the break of day, and of course the break of day is when the sun comes up, right? When I saw the break of day, I wished that I could fly away. So away rhymes with day, and you wish you could fly away like a bird. So you can see these images coming to my head, right? So there I am at the beginning of the morning, watching the sunrise and feeling that I wanted to be somewhere else, right? Instead of kneeling in the sand. So I'm obviously on a beach and I am...
We're in the desert.
Kneeling. No, I'm on the sand.
On the beach.
In my head, I'm on the beach, looking out at the sun rising over the ocean, and I am kneeling in the sand. So I'm on my knees, and I am catching teardrops in my hand.
So you're very sad.
Oh, I'm so sad, you know, but I'm beautiful, right? Normally when I cry, I'm quite ugly. I'm sort of like, but in this song, I'm absolutely gorgeous, you know. I'm just this beautiful woman at the edge of the water, kneeling on the sand, catching the teardrops in my hand and wishing I could be somewhere else because my heart is broken.
Now, can I
Do
ask
you
you a
like that
question?
one?
I do like it. I do like it.
Uh-huh.
It's very powerful. But when
Mhm.
you were describing like the scene of you being on the beach and crying and feeling sad, were you listening to the song? I mean, was there a
Oh, yes.
situation in your life where you were actually in that situation and the song was playing and you made that
Oh,
connection?
no, no.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm a pure fantasy person.
okay. So it's just imagination. It
It's just the
put a
imagination.
picture in your mind.
Yeah, it kind of, it paints a picture, and then I just identify with it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I first heard, I mean, obviously, I have had my heart broken in my life. But unfortunately, I was never that beautiful, and I wasn't lying or kneeling in front of the water on a beautiful beach.
Oh, I think you're
and
being very modest.
and when I and also when I actually first heard Nora Jones, it wasn't actually in a time of my life when I was suffering breakups. So it wasn't. I have to say, so it hasn't got any relation to my life, but I do like imagining myself as this protagonist.
More people are joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Cedeño from Panama. Hello.
Sedeno.
And
Okay.
Cloud Come Again from Colombia. Welcome back. Hi again. And
Hi.
Mika, who loves Roxette, Celine Dion. I don't know that song. Do you
Oh,
know it?
no. Well, Roxette is one group and Celine Dion is another. Celine
Oh,
Dion,
okay.
I love
Roxette.
Celine Dion. I haven't put any lyrics from Celine Dion either. It's
Mm.
so difficult to choose.
Eduardo thinks you're a poet, Lynn.
No, that's not me. That's Nora Jones. But
So,
you have to listen to the song.
so I'll put the link
Maybe you
in
can
the
put the
chat.
link to
Yes.
YouTube, and then if anybody wants to listen to Nora Jones later or now, you can listen to it. But it's very nice. It's a lovely song. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that was lovely. Now, my choice is quite depressing. I'm going to depress you and make you feel very sad
Oh.
because this song always makes me feel very sad. But I also think the lyrics are very powerful and very meaningful. And it's a song that was released when I was at school a very, very long time ago. And it's by a group called Pink Floyd. And the song is Time. And I'm not going to put all of the lyrics in the chat. I'm just going to put one or two verses, but the whole song speaks about how precious time is. And when you're young, you don't realize that life has a limit, that life is finite, and that one day it's going to finish. So it's all about suddenly waking up and realizing that life is slipping away, and that every day that passes, you should make the most of it and you should enjoy every second, because you just don't know how much time you have. And when you're younger, you don't think about things like that. But when I
Mm-hmm.
heard the song, and I was quite young when I heard the song, um, and it really did make an impression on me. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today, because you kill time when you're young. You just do things, you're killing time, you're not thinking about time. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you, so 10 years have passed. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. The same as in Lynn's song, where you get those vowel sounds rhyming with the same sound, run and gun. That's what makes song lyrics sound so poetic. No one told you when to run, you missed the starting gun. And then another verse, another part of the song says, every year is getting shorter, never seem to find the time, because we're so busy living life, doing things, that we don't realize time's passing. Plans that either come to naught, naught is zero, or half a page of scribbled lines. If you scribble something, you write it quickly. So things that you don't complete, things that you don't pay attention to. Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I'd something more to say. So obviously the song is over, your life is over. Oh, I wish I had done something more meaningful or better with it. So it's
Craig,
very, very deep. Yes.
can you post the verse in the chat, because Cloudcam has asked, and I would like to see them too.
Oh, you know what I've done? I'm silly. I've posted them as a banner. Because I'm on the banner part of the software and not the comments. So I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were watching reading them.
Here it is. So he's just put them in the chat. Maybe you can read them again for us.
Verses. Shall I read them again?
Yeah.
So the first one, tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain, because it rains a lot in England. You are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. What happened to those 10 years? No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Every year's getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. Hanging on.
I like that one. Because half a page of scribbled lines, it means you haven't finished it. You never finish anything.
Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. Thought I'd something more to say. That's the end of the song, or the end of most of the song, but there is a verse in the middle that I didn't say to you, so I'll say it now. And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking and racing around to come up behind you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older, shorter of breath, and one day closer to death.
God, that's depressing, Craig.
Well, it is, but it isn't. I don't think it's depressing, because what that says to me is, when you wake up tomorrow, enjoy your life. Every second, every minute, every year is meaningful and is wonderful, and don't waste your time. Make the most of it. And I think that's something we need to think of every day. How precious and how beautiful life is.
You have to put up Eduardo's comment there. Eduardo, you're cheeky.
What's Eduardo saying?
Eduardo's saying, it's really depressing. I'm about to cry. And here we are, killing time, practicing our English when we could be enjoying life.
That's true, Eduardo. Yeah. Go and do something meaningful with your life. Don't waste time studying English.
But we're enjoying it. Today is not a class to be wasting, killing time. Today we're enjoying English. This is enjoying it.
So I don't think it's depressing. I think it's deep. I think it's muy profundo. It makes you think. It makes you reflect about how you're spending your time, because the song is called Time. Anyway, the YouTube link.
I like the image in that of the sun
going
down,
round,
and you're running, and you never catch up to it, and you get out of breath.
But the sun is the same in a relative way. But you're older, so the sun really doesn't change. I mean, life goes on, but your time is ticking. I like it. Anyway, I put the YouTube
Carla
link
has asked something in the chat. That's great. I don't know that song, so I will listen to that one. I've never heard that one from Pink Floyd. Carla said, I'd something more to say. I haven't seen this kind of writing before. Now that D is
had.
I had something more to say, isn't it?
I thought I had something more to say.
I thought I had something more to say. So,
Okay, your turn,
right.
Lynn. Cheer us up. Make us happy.
Is the next one a happy one? What's the next one?
What's your next one?
This is me again in my multi-personalities, right? So last time I was the sad woman on the beach, sad, beautiful woman on the beach, right? And now with this song, Melissa Etheridge, I am the jealous, hateful woman whose husband or partner has just cheated on her. And she knows she is being cheated on. I know I am being cheated on. And I am super jealous. right? So Melissa Etheridge. Now I don't know. Can you post the little verse in the chat? Right. So I'll have to read this one to you, and then you'll see where the lines finish, because some of it rhymes as well.
Yeah, the text has come out in one
Right.
big block.
So the text has come out all in one block. But tonight I feel so weak, but all in love is fair. I turn the other cheek. That's an image from the Bible when they say that you should turn the other cheek. Yeah, that you shouldn't retaliate. I turn the other cheek, and I feel the slap and the sting of the foul night air. I love that line. It's so sudden, isn't it? It's like you turn the other cheek to try to not take it so seriously. Yeah, the fact that your boyfriend has cheated on you. But when you turn the other cheek, you get hit. You don't feel better, but you feel the slap and the sting. The sting is the feeling that your skin has after it's been hit. It really hurts the skin. That's the sting. And then this case, it's of the foul night air. And I know you're only human. She's referring to her boyfriend. And I haven't got talking room, which means I haven't got a space to talk to you. But tonight, when I'm making excuses for you, some other woman is making love to you. Right. So now we're getting jealous. Right. And then she says, and this is what I love, somebody bring me some water. Can't you see I'm burning alive with jealousy? Don't you think that's lovely?
Yeah.
Can't you see my baby's got another lover? I don't know how I'm going to survive. So this is Lynne being super jealous, you know.
And again, there's that rhyming vowel sound: alive, survive. Yeah.
Yeah. Eduardo's asking, what does foul night air mean? Well, foul means bad smelling. When something smells bad, we say it is foul, right? And night air, I imagine that I am standing on the street looking at your house and seeing your light on and the figure of a woman in your room. So, or I'm in the car and looking at your house and I can see that you're cheating on me. That's what I've got in my little head. So this is my, I'm actually, are you jealous, Craig? Are you a jealous
I used to be. When
person?
I was younger, I used to get very, very jealous. I don't get jealous now.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody has a little bit of jealousy, but I'm not actually a jealous person. But I love this song because it allows me to feel really jealous.
So again, it's not a song that you connect with a personal experience in your past. It's just a song that you like the lyrics to, and it makes you feel something.
Yeah. And I feel that, and the thing is, Melissa Etheridge, if you can post in the chat the link to the YouTube video, when you see Melissa Etheridge is a rocker. So she's a very powerful singer. And the way she delivers these lyrics makes you identify. It's like, I want to be Melissa when I hear that. So
I've never heard of her, so I'm going to listen to that.
I mean, she's probably she's older than me now. So for our young audience that are younger than us, you might not have heard of Melissa Etheridge, but I really love her songs, and she has very lovely lyrics like that.
Yeah,
not
Carla's saying that
lyrics,
very deep lyrics, very meaningful. Yeah. Okay. My next one is not depressing. You'll be pleased to hear. It's very light, and it's don't worry, be happy. But two reasons why I chose this song. One is because I like the lyrics, and I think that worry is pointless unless you can actually do something about the situation. If you've got no control over what's happening in your life, why worry? Just be happy. because if you can't control something, you're just worrying for no reason. Obviously, people worry about different things happening, but that's always going to be in the future. And if you can control it, then yes. But if you can't control it, then just don't worry. Don't worry, be happy. But really why I chose this was because this song reminds me of a time in my life when I was living abroad. I was traveling. It also reminds me of a good friend of mine who I used to spend a lot of time with. I used to work with this guy, and he loved this song, and we would listen to it and we would sing it. So it's also connected to a memory in my past. And I think that's true with a lot of songs. I think we connect songs to periods in our lives, memories. And when we hear the music, when we hear the song, it takes us back to that time for whatever reason. It could be happy, it could be sad, but it stirs up emotions. To stir up means to bring to the surface, to animate. It brings up emotions in us. It stirs up emotions.
I like
I'll
that
put
song too. Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, the lyrics, well, it's a very, very simple song. In every life, we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double.
And that's the rhyming again, double and trouble.
Notice, of course, that problems are countable. You have one problem, two problems, three problems, but trouble is uncountable. And that's why it's some trouble, because we don't say a trouble. Trouble is uncountable. And I'll give you the YouTube link if you want to listen and be happy and don't worry. Bobby McFerrin.
Right.
You're one, Lynn.
Okay.
You're next.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows this one. Everybody has to know my next one. My next one, again, it's me as the protagonist. And in this little movie, I am a superwoman, right? This song is so full of energy. This one is by Queen. Have you got it on a banner? Don't Stop Me Now.
I love
I'm
this song
sure
too.
that people know this song.
I'm really pleased you chose this. One of my favorites.
And can you post the first verse in?
Yeah, just looking for it.
Or the
Just
first two verses,
lyrics.
because we got it.
Yep, here we are.
And when I listen to this song just powers me up with so much energy. I think I could I could break down a wall, I could run fast, I could do anything. And the lyrics, it's not just the music, but it's the lyrics that fire you up, that give you this energy. So he says, I'm a shooting star. Obviously, the stars in the sky, the shooting ones are the ones that move very fast. Sometimes you see them. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky. Leaping is another verb which means to jump, but it means to jump really far, right? So I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky, like a tiger defying the laws of gravity. So then you think you're a star, and now you're a tiger. And obviously when a tiger jumps, often we see tigers jump in slow motion on movies and things, don't we? And they seem to, you would think such a big animal, when it jumped, it would fall. But a tiger seems to keep going and keep going. And I love that line, defying the laws of gravity, which means he's behaving the opposite to gravity.
Yep.
And then we have another image. I'm a racing car. I'm a racing car now, passing by. And then it's like Lady Godiva. Now, probably you don't know the relation to Lady Godiva. Lady Godiva it's a folk tale in Britain about a woman who was a lady, and she rode through the village on a horse, naked, with long blonde hair. Do you know that? I don't know the rest of the folk.
We spoke about this on a podcast recently. It was in Coventry. Coventry is a city in the north of England, and her husband was a very powerful politician, and she did it to protest against bad treatment of workers.
Oh wow! Okay.
And she wanted him to treat the workers better, and he said, "Oh, you're going to have to do something to. There's no way I'm going to do that." So she rode through the street on a horse naked, And I think one everybody they were told that she was going to do it, so everybody averted their eyes. They didn't look at her except one person. Is there one man who looked at her? That's the story anyway.
Oh, really? I've seen a statue of her in Coventry. There's a little statue of her. But anyway, so I'm a racing car, obviously. I think the idea is I'm passing by, but I'm like Lady Godiva because everybody has come out to see me. I'm going to go, go, go. There is no stopping me. You cannot stop me. And then I love this as well. I'm burning through the sky. Yeah. 200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. So Fahrenheit obviously is the other measure. We have Celsius, but the Americans and the Brits often use Fahrenheit. So it means that I'm very hot. I'm hot. And I'm traveling at the speed of light. I want to make a supersonic. Now, I never sing this. When I sing this, I do sing it when the music's playing. But when I sing it, I never sing the line, I want to make a supersonic man out of you. I sing, I want to make a supersonic woman of you. I sing. Because I am supersonic.
But what's interesting was that with the rhythm of the song, you said, I want to make a supersonic woman of you, because if you had said, I want to make a supersonic woman out of you,
you can't get the line.
You're adding an extra syllable and it's more difficult to get the rhythm of the song. So that's interesting.
Hema knows a story of Lady Godiva, she says.
Yeah, you heard that on the podcast, Hema, as well. We spoke about that when we spoke about legends recently. So, and you also studied it in the language school. Very cool.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, well, let's change gears, which means let's look at a different aspect of song lyrics, because sometimes I teach grammar to students, and then the next lesson they say, but Craig, in the song, they sing this, because there are lots of grammar problems and errors and mistakes in songs. And I've got a few examples for you. One example is the Eric Clapton song, Lay Down Sally. And why is that a problem? Well, the lyrics say, I'll put them in the chat, lay down, Sally, and rest here in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? But what he wants to say, I think, is lie down, Sally, L-I-E. Because
I didn't realize. I'm thinking, where's the mistake? And then I'm thinking, of course.
Yeah, because if he lays down Sally, he physically takes Sally and he lays her down. Now, that's possible, but what I think he's saying is lie down, because to lie doesn't have an object, it's intransitive, whereas lay has an object. You lay things on the table, you lay something on the desk or on the bed. So there's another example of the same grammar point from Bob Dylan, Lay Lady Lay. I think what he's trying to say is lie lady, lie in your warm bed, lie in your bed, he sings.
Does he? What's the rest of the song?
I don't have it here. I don't have it here, but
because one has to say, Craig, that case, that could be something different, because the verb to lay does mean to put something somewhere, but you also have the verb to lay somebody, which means to sleep with them.
I've got the lyrics. I'm copying the lyrics as I speak.
All right.
And it's interesting. I'll put them in the chat. Bob Dylan sings, lay lady lay across my big brass bed.
Oh, no, he's talking about lie. He's talking about lie.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But the verb to lay sometimes is used in slang, and it's another word for to make love to somebody. So you might hear in American movies, he got laid or she got laid, and that means that they had sex with somebody, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm putting the YouTube links in the chat if you want to listen to both those songs in YouTube. And moving on, there's a song by Eric Carmen called "Hungry Eyes" that's very popular. And what he sings is, "I feel the magic between you and I," which really should be, "I feel the magic between you and me," not you and I. And how do you know when to say I and when to say me? Well, imagine there's a verb. If you can conjugate or connect the verb to the pronoun I, then it's okay. So you and I went to the beach. That's okay. But when I becomes an object and it's not the subject, then you need to use me. So again, that's really not correct. I feel the magic between you and I. It should be between you and me. So I don't know whether, because there's something called poetic license, which you can break the rules like you can in painting. You can break the rules to be creative. So that happens very often in songs, although sometimes people just might not know the grammar. And when they're writing the song, they make the mistake. That's also possible. And there's one more I have that's also very popular, and that's by the Rolling Stones. Now, in English, we say the Stones, and in Spanish speakers say Los Rollings. I don't know why. We say the Stones. But the Stones had a song called, I think it's called Satisfaction. I think the song is called Satisfaction, but the lyrics are, "I can't get no satisfaction." But in English, we don't usually have two negatives together. So a more grammatically correct sentence would be, "I can't get any satisfaction." And then you don't have two negatives. And
because two negatives make a positive. So if you say, "I can't get no satisfaction," it means you are satisfied all the time.
Exactly.
So that cannot be correct, yeah, because I think they're talking about the fact that he feels dissatisfied with his life, yeah. He can't get any satisfaction, but what he's saying is he the opposite, because not and no make it positive.
Exactly. And do you know this song, Lynn? "Ain't No Sunshine"? "Ain't no sunshine when she's gone"?
Yes, but that's a very common American grammar mistake, isn't it? When they say ain't. So ain't usually stands for?
There isn't.
There isn't. But I think they say it comes from you are not, and they say you ain't.
You ain't.
Right? And that's the way we say in British English, we would say you aren't. And in American English, often you hear you ain't. But in this song, as well as doing that, they've mixed it with another pronoun, because, of course, the it or there, you would say there is no sunshine, not there are no sunshine, because sunshine is singular.
But of course, there's a big difference in rhythm of the song and the timing and the stress. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and there isn't any sunshine. It's just too many syllables.
When she is gone.
It doesn't, when she is gone, it just doesn't work. And that's also in songs why you hear gonna for going to, wanna for want to, because it just cuts a syllable and makes it more, it makes it easier to rhyme.
And also in the Queen song, you might have noticed that in the lyrics, the word burning didn't have the G at the end. It was burning.
Burning.
And that's often the case, because although we don't really pronounce the G very much in English either, we say it's burning. you can't really hear. We don't say it's burning. No, we say it's burning. But they deliberately write it in the lyrics because it helps people understand how they're going to get the rhymes and the rhythm, so that they can sing in the beat. So there's a lot of, as you use the word poetic license, there's a lot of poetic license in spelling as well in song lyrics. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. While we're speaking about mistakes that Americans make, James Brown, I Got You, sing I Feel Good. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I got you, Dana. Well, it's a very, very common mistake in American English to use good as an adverb. You'd probably say I feel well in British English. But good we tend to use as an adjective. So there's another point. So listen for these things because they are quite amusing. They are quite interesting. And when you find a mistake in lyrics, you feel quite good because that means your English is getting better because you're noticing these mistakes. Anyway, the Weather Girls.
Oh, yeah, this is funny now. I've been jealous. I've been sad. I've been jealous. I've been energetic. And now I'm the luckiest woman in the world. It's raining men. So I'm sure that lots of you know this song. And can you post one of the verses from this song? It's raining men. This song, I love the image of the idea that, it's raining men, especially when I was a single woman and looking for a boyfriend. The idea of it raining men was lovely for me.
Here we are.
So I like that image very much. Have you got it?
Yeah, just getting it now. Here we are.
But also this song, because of the rhythm, is it's an absolute song that you have to sing along to with all your friends in the bar, don't you, or in the disco. And the lyrics are, it's raining men, hallelujah. That's a word they say in Christianity, hallelujah, to praise the Lord. It's raining men, amen. I'm gonna go out and let myself get absolutely soaking wet. And that's lovely. Absolutely soaking wet. And we use that. We do use that collocation, don't we?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Soaking wet.
Soaking wet means that
very wet.
The rain, you're very wet. It's completely you can do that with your clothes afterwards. You can wring them out. That's soaking wet, and absolutely soaking wet is even nicer. When I teach exam English, I often tell my students in their writing that they have to dress up their language. They have to make their language sexy. So they have to have, for every noun, they have to have an adjective. And for every adjective, they have to have an adverb. And that's a lovely, sexy combination there. Absolutely soaking wet.
Especially when you got the line before about raining men.
About raining men. Ooh. And then it says, God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. I like that imagery too, because we often talk about Mother Nature. We never say Father Nature. We say Mother Nature.
Father Time.
Father Time. Okay. Mother Nature, Father Time. So she's a single woman too. She took off to heaven. So to take off means to fly, a plane takes off. So she took off to heaven and she did what she had to do. She taught every angel and she rearranged the sky so that each and every woman could find her perfect guy. I mean, isn't that lovely?
And the music's really good too. The music's very, very catchy. It's very, if it catches you, it takes your attention. Yeah.
And that's the one to sing along to. That one, when you're in a disco, everybody knows the words. And also the lady, the woman who sings it, she sings it really clearly as well. So it's very easy to grasp the words.
I've put the YouTube link in the chat if you want to sing along to that after this Facebook Live. Eduardo says when they write poetry or song lyrics, there's a license to make grammar mistakes and be creative. So in that sense, I think I'm a poet all the time.
Good
but
try,
you have to,
Eduardo.
but you have to say, Eduardo, that you make the mistakes on purpose. That's
Oh,
your
yes.
poetic license. You're doing it on purpose. Exactly. Well, we can't speak about songs and lyrics and music without mentioning at least once the Beatles, of course. Now, they wrote so many wonderful lyrics through the different periods that they went through. But I'm going to just talk about a very short lyric from the song called The End that I think's quite meaningful. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. And I think that's quite
lovely.
beautiful. So you get what you give. The love that you receive is the same as the love that you give or make. So give more love and make the world a better place, as John said. That's John Lennon, of course.
Your friend. Your mate.
Yeah, my mate who I never met.
No, but it's a nice. I mean, there's many lyrics that are often quite philosophical, aren't they, as well? And
Can I do another short one before we finish with Phantom of the Opera? Because someone who I really, really admire, who has been dead for quite a while now, Bob Marley, and the Redemption song. A line or two lines I really like from that song, because it's poetic and also because it has meaning. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. I just like those two lines. I don't know why. The song speaks about racism. It speaks about slavery. It doesn't really speak personally to me because I've had a very privileged life and I haven't experienced that. But I just like the lyrics and I just like the way they sound. And I like the song as well.
But he's talking he's not just talking about like racism there.
No, it goes further than
mean,
that,
because he's not saying, I mean, slavery, what he's doing there is he's putting a noun and an adjective that normally don't collocate together. Because you talk about human slavery, not mental slavery. And you usually free people, you don't free your mind, right? So he's playing with that as well. So it's like free yourself from mental slavery, because the only people who actually imprison your minds are yourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, aren't they?
And you can be in prison but still feel like a free man or woman.
So none but ourselves can free our minds. Yeah, that is nice. And that's an interesting use of the word but as well. None but ourselves. That but means except. And that the most common usage of but is a contrast, isn't it? But sometimes but means exactly the same as except. So nobody except or apart from ourselves can free our minds. Right. So have we got time for one more then?
I think we've got time for one more, and that means that it is Phantom of the Opera.
Opera, right. So Craig earlier, he said, we're going to change gear now because we decided to start quite easy.
I started quite depressingly.
No, we started depressingly and then we got a little bit happy. And now we're changing gear again. And this time it's going to be really challenging for the English. But the words in this song, which is an extract of a song, The Strangers of the Night, I think it's called. No, the Music of the Night. Sorry, The Music of the Night, which is one of the songs in the musical Phantom of the Opera. And it's very, very poetic. So we've got it in the chat and I'll try to explain some of the words and why it sounds so beautiful, right? So it's nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from the cold, unfeeling light and listen to the music of the night. You'll have to put the YouTube link as well so they can hear the music. All right. Oh, I can't hear you, Craig. Craig's.
Yeah, no, I
there he is.
muted. I
Sorry.
muted myself because I'm trying to find the music on YouTube. We don't have a link for it.
Oh,
so
did I forget to put a link? Sorry. Okay, so you can mute. Right. So let me explain some of the language. Now, a lot of this language is unusual because he's doing like Bob Marley did before, where he's putting words together that don't normally collocate, right? And here we've got nighttime, which is a concept like daytime, nighttime. But he's saying it sharpens and heightens each sensation. Now, those verbs, sharpen and heighten, sharpen is like from sharpening a knife, where you make it very, very acute, so you feel it really well. And if you heighten a sensation, it means you make it so that you're very sensitive to it. So it's quite an abstract concept. So nighttime, when it gets dark, our senses become alive. That's what it means. Sharpens, heightens each sensation. And then we have the next line, which is it's a very physical image. Darkness stirs. Now, normally with the verb stirs, we use that for people when they wake up. If they're beginning to wake up and they're moving, then you say, he's stirring. Right?
Like stirring your tea or stirring your coffee.
There's another use.
But it's similar because it's moving, isn't it?
It's moving, right?
Yeah.
So suddenly the darkness is stirring and wakes. This is why I thought it was like moving just before you become awake. Wakes imagination. It means it wakes up your imagination. Like in the morning when you wake up, you stir and then you wake up. So I love these kind of, and obviously sensation rhymes with imagination. Then the next one we have is silently the senses abandon their defenses. So the idea is that your senses resist certain things. But if you abandon your defenses, it means they allow themselves to feel totally, right? If you like. And the other thing that's lovely in that line is alliteration. That happens in poetry, where you start the following words with the same sound, right? Or and there you have sound.
Lots of S's.
Silently, the senses abandon their defenses. So we've got that sound as well. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Now that's very poetic. To unfurl something is if you have maybe a piece of paper and it's rolled up and it opens like that. So it's when something is rolled and it opens, that is to unfurl.
It collocates a lot with flags, doesn't it? When you unfurl a flag.
You unfurl a flag when you wind the flag up and it suddenly blows open. That's to unfurl a flag. So slowly, gently, the nighttime unfurls its splendor. Grasp it. Grasp is this action where you hold something. Grasp it, sense it. And then we have another alliteration. Tremulous, that's shaking, and tender, which is soft. Now, all of that imagery is very sort of contradictory because he's talking the whole time there about the night, the darkness.
And
so
using
it's very
words
poetic.
That you don't normally associate with.
Exactly,
night,
but you can really get lost in it, can't you?
Yeah.
I think. And then turn your face away from the garish light of day. So stop looking at the light and turn to the dark, because this is where everything's happening. Turn your thoughts away from the cold, unfeeling light and listen to the music of the night. in the darkness where everything is, where you sense everything. I mean, isn't that lovely, Craig?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I have heard that many times, but I haven't looked at the lyrics quite closely. But that's lovely. There,
but it truly is poetic, and there are many, many other poets. But we're not going to go into them now. But Craig and I have a huge long list. When we decided to do this class, you had a very long list, didn't you? Of
there
lyrics.
are so many we haven't included because
so many.
there are just too many.
And I'd like to mention, if any of you really like the English language and you like poetry, like you can really see in that last lyric from the Phantom of the Opera, if you really like poetry, then you have to listen and read Leonard Cohen. Can you put his name in the chat? Leonard Cohen, because Leonard Cohen, he's dead now. But he is a poet, and he put a lot of his poetry to music, and his lyrics are very, very powerful. And the good thing about them is, if you don't understand them, you can look online, and there are hundreds and hundreds of blogs telling you what every song means. So if you're stuck and you don't really understand what it means, you can read about it, because there's lots of information online now about that.
So if all this has got you wanting to improve your English with songs and lyrics, most of you will know that on La Mention del Inglés on the Facebook page and also on Twitter, every day we put one song that has lyrics from YouTube. So there's a wide variety of songs that we post every single day, but I'm sure you have your own taste in music and the songs that you like. So there's quite an interesting app that I like very much, and I've posted it in the chat, called lyricstraining.com. It's designed to help language learners like you improve your English with songs. So it's for a mobile phone, or you can use it on a desktop and listen to your favorite songs. And there are exercises that you can do with the lyrics, and also follow the lyrics as they go across the screen, and then finally sing karaoke. So it's a very useful thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you like listening to songs in languages that are not your English? So do you like listening to songs in Spanish, Craig?
I do, yeah. I've got some favorite songs in Spanish. I love some French singers in different languages. I like some Middle Eastern music as well, some Arabic music. So yeah.
And do you ever sing along to songs and you don't know what the lyrics mean, but you imitate the words?
Yeah, sometimes. And sometimes I'll start singing, and then halfway through the first verse or the first line, I forget the lyrics. So I have the la 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 la. I just have to finish it with like singing. But yeah, I sing in the shower. I sing at home. But I'm a really, really bad singer, which is a shame, because I do love music. It's just a shame I can't sing very well.
I think that's the same with most people. Most of us can't sing, and it's nice to be able to sing.
Yes, he did. Well done, Eduardo. Yeah. Did you know that, Lynn, that he named his daughter after Lorca?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know that. But I know that he's very popular. He was, when he was alive, he was very, very popular in Spain, Leonard Cohen. A lot of Spanish people really liked Leonard Cohen's work. And I think he got the prize of Asturias, didn't he? The Príncipe de Asturias prize.
Yes, yes, he did. Yeah.
So I know that in Spain, he was very, very, very popular.
Thank you, Cloud Carmen. Please do enjoyed it. Go away now and listen to your favorite songs and look at the lyrics in English, and that will help you improve your English. And I'm pleased you found it interesting. Thank you, Meryl, for being here. And if you're watching the replay after, I hope you enjoyed that. Before we go, we'll just remind you where we're from. Lynn, tell them about putitlikethis.com.
Now, when you're asking me that, I'm thinking we should have made a song, and we should have sung it, shouldn't we?
Put it like this, put it like this.
Unfortunately, we're not that clever. We're not songwriters. No, so I'm from putitlikethis.com. That's my website. I'm an online teacher. And if you're interested in specific tailor-made classes to help you with your English, then you can look at my website and get in touch with me, and I'll see what I can do to help you. And Craig?
And I am from mansioningles.com, which is a website that will help you with your English, because we've got lots of free courses and material that you can access for free and practice your English. And because it's nearly time for Cyber Monday and Black Friday, we're going to have a special sale on the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th of November. So we're going to have huge discounts just for those 4 days of material that we sell in our online store on Mansion Ingles. So I'll put that link in the show notes. In the chat for you if you're interested, but they won't be ready. The discounts won't be active until the 26th of November. So if you're interested, you can buy someone a present or enjoy those discounts for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay.
Lynne.
I think that's all. I'm just seeing that Eduardo wants me to pronounce the words but and bought. Does that help, Eduardo? But and bought. So I do want him to.
Bought is longer, Eduardo. Bought. Bought.
Maybe he's been discouraged by my but. My but is a little bit sharper than yours, isn't it, Craig? Sometimes when I say but.
Yeah, we don't pronounce it.
We don't pronounce it quite the same way. I think yours is
but.
You say but, and I say but.
So do you say butter?
Butter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Butter. Mm-hmm.
Butter.
But they're just variations. But the main difference between but and bought is the length of the vowel, right? So we've got the first one is but, and the other one is bought, which is longer. Okay.
Thank you, Gemma. Right. Endearing class. Thank you very much. Well,
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Lynne will be back with a different topic. We'll be back together in 2 weeks. Next week, next Wednesday at 8 o'clock, myself and Monica will be here with something different to talk about. So until then, have a good week. Keep studying English and don't forget to sing.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.